How's it going, everybody? Texas Man here. I hope that you guys are having a spectacular day. Hope you guys had a very Merry Christmas and looking forward to Happy New Year. And as always, we're going to be talking positives and negatives, talking about Aquaman, The Lost Kingdom, aka Aquaman 2, the final movie, the final nail in the coffin to the DCEU, before, unfortunately, James Gunn reboots it. And yeah, to be honest with you guys, my excitement for the DCEU has been at an all-time low ever since Wonder Woman 84 came out. I think that Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, and the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League Part 1, which was supposed to be 3 parts total, which we'll never ever get, unfortunately. I think those 3 films were amazing. A lot of people critique them for being too dark and too edgy and kind of violent and whatnot. To me, I think it was great having something to be in the same genre of superhero, but also not so gigantically comedic and take itself seriously, unlike the MCU, and especially with what has happened with the rest of the DCEU after Wonder Woman 84 and with Marvel Phase 4 and Phase 5 currently. So, was I excited for this movie? Sorta. I was hoping that not only would this be a good Aquaman movie, a good Aquaman sequel, but I was also hoping that because of the news that James Gunn was rebooting the DC franchise of films and shows after this movie launched, I was hoping that this would be a great send-off, a great finale. And to be honest, it's a complete, utter travesty. It's a complete, utter disgrace, and it being the last movie in the DCU is just bad. It makes you really wish that Zack Snyder was able to continue his vision and not be sidelined by all these other projects that have come out in recent years, like Birds of Prey, for example, or the 2016 Suicide Squad. That was horrifying. The one that came out a couple of years ago that introduced Peacekeeper. I thought was great. It was very serious, but it also had a good balance of humor in there. But for the most part, everything has been very mediocre to garbage. And I'm going to tell you off the bat, I hated this movie. This movie is everything I was hoping it would not be. The movie is a gigantic, heavy CGI fest with just a bunch of action sequences to make this movie try to get to the 2-hour mark. There's really no plot. There's not much of character development, character revelations, character building. There's nothing where a character grows and, becomes a better person through acts that happen in the movie. There's also there's too much humor. Everything's a joke every 3 to 5 minutes. Nothing is taken seriously. There's no real stakes. There's no real danger to the characters or the world. They try to kill off Amber Heard's character of being the new Queen of Atlantis. They try to kill her off towards the very beginning of the movie. They try to kill off Aquaman's human father, and they immediately resolve that in like a minute, and he's fine. Prince Orm gets blasted by Black Manta's laser, but in the next scene he's just fine. There's no danger. You're like, okay, maybe this character will die. Nope, he's fine. Plot device, he's safe! Yay! I just didn't care. And because, they keep pulling these, like, haha, he's not dead, psych! They do it so many times throughout the movie, you just get so, like, okay, no one's gonna die. There's no stakes in the game. You know exactly that the bad guy's gonna get defeated easily without any sort of repercussions. The jokes just don't work. There's also numerous plot holes within this entire movie. Like, there's a scene towards the beginning where a character is trying to stop this underwater train from killing people while it has been derailed. And I was just like, why don't the Atlanteans that are on the train just jump out of the train? Why don't they just jump out? They'd be fine. There's other plot holes throughout the movie that I won't discuss. I don't want this to be a 40 minute video talking about it. There is also nothing original when it comes to concepts and ideas throughout this movie. The film is just a gigantic conglomeration of past concepts and movies, such as Aquaman and Prince Orm are basically Thor and Loki in this movie. Literally, Arthur calls Orm Loki in the film. Black Manta basically gets mind controlled by Green Saruman. And this Green Saruman, I honestly can't remember the actual character's name. It's that irrelevant. He has this black trident, and it's basically the One Ring. I'm not joking. It's literally the One Ring. It's just in trident form, and it's green, but it has the same functions. Aquaman ends up giving a speech to the UN, just like Black Panther in Wakanda Forever. He's like, we need to stop, this global warming. We need to stop throwing trash in the ocean. And, he gives this speech, and how he ends it is kind of like how the first Iron Man ends. He's like, I'm Aquaman. He does this, drop the mic thing, because apparently that's somehow still cool in 2023, is dropping the mic. Okay, that kind of died 15 years ago. At least I thought so. There's also this unnecessary scene where Orm and Arthur go to this cantina scene, and it's literally ripped out of the Star Wars playbook. They literally go to this pirate den, which is clearly not Mos Eisley from Tatooine underwater, and they go to this bar. It's got a band playing and everything, and they go to this blue sluggish creature that has no hands and no feet, and I'm sorry, but that's clearly Jabba the Hutt. He's the crime boss, and he controls this underwater salvage city. I'm just like, I'm sure there's other things that this movie rips off from, but those are just the obvious ones that are just terrible. There's also terrible pacing. The film is either going so fast with the action sequences, or it's going so slow when it's delivering its dialogue and doing exposition dumps. There are 2 post-credit scenes. You don't need to stick around for them, because obviously they're pointless, because not only do they not matter to the DCEU since it's ended now, but they're just gags. They're just gags. This movie just feels like an assembly line film, like it was supposed to fill a quota. If you guys want to watch a good Aquaman movie, I think the original that came out 6-7 years ago was much better than this. And also, if you guys want to watch a good Aquaman movie, watch Justice League and Justice League Throne of Atlantis. This is a good movie, and it's half the runtime, and it actually has other characters from the DC franchise. Obviously, it has the Justice League, including the likes of Green Lantern and Shazam. So overall, guys, do I care to ever watch this movie again? No. Am I going to add it to my collection of DC movies? No. Do I care about this movie even existing? No. This movie just confirms as to why I didn't go and watch things like The Marvels or Blue Beetle in theaters. So with that, I'm going to give it a 2 out of 10. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think. Do you guys agree or disagree with anything I have said in this video? Let me know. Have a great day. Look forward to more videos and streams coming out soon. Bye, guys.